our next speaker. And his name is Eric Worre. And for any of you that have been involved in the direct sales and network marketing industry, this man is an industry icon. He's very, very successful. He has trained over 100,000 people personally on how to be successful with their own business and in our industry. And I'm telling you, I can't think of anyone better to wrap up our day today, before you get to watch the movie and so forth, so of course we'll want you to stick around for that. But I can't think of anyone better to really assist you with understanding, again, that the economy can affect you or not. It's all about perception. And Eric's going to come up and share with you some concepts and ideas. For some of you, it might be new ideas, new concepts, but I am telling you, you're in for a real treat. So please give a big Phoenix welcome to Mr. Eric Worre, who flew all the way across the country to be with us here today. So thank you.
All right, how's everybody doing? Good. You guys have been sitting there since 9 a.m., I understand. Wow. First of all, I want to commend each of you because just the fact that you're here on a Friday when the rest of the world is still stuck in the matrix and you're trying to escape is a good thing. And you should feel really good about yourselves for saying, you know what? For things to change, I have to change. And it's not just words. I've got to do something different. I have to look at different options. And that's what this weekend's about, right? You're going to get a couple dozen options, probably. You're going to learn from things you hadn't even heard of to things you might be interested in, things you have no interest in. But at the end of the day, hopefully by Sunday, right, you'll be able to say, okay, I think I have a plan. Now, I'm going to talk to you about my particular profession. I know everybody has said today I'm not selling anything. Really, truly, at the end of this presentation, there will be nothing for you to buy or join or anything. I'm just here to talk to you. I actually came here to do an event with Lisa tomorrow, so I said, while I'm here, I'd be happy to speak with you guys. People today are desperately looking for options. There's a lot of pain in the world today. And I travel all over the world. I've been in 15 countries in the last 12 months, at least. And guess what? It's the same in the Ukraine as it is in Nigeria, as it is in Australia, as it is in the EU, as it is in South America, as it is right here in Phoenix. So if you feel like, oh, our situation's a little bit different, you can let that one go right away. It's the same everywhere. Everybody's feeling it. And you know what? This is the time, this window of opportunity. There will be more money made in the next 3 to 5 years for the people who are not so stuck with their head in the sand than in any 5-year period in the last 25 years. There's so much opportunity right now. But there's so many people paralyzed. What it's going to require of you in order to be able to capitalize on that is the ability to take action in the face of fear, the ability to do something that you're not comfortable with, the ability to work your face off. Guess what? Everybody this weekend is going to be offering you what you might think might be a shortcut to success. Let me just tell you right up front,
Shortcuts.
there are no such things. If it's okay to semi-curse, you're going to have to work your ass off the next 3 to 5 years if you want to have any level of success. And there's no shortcut that's going to be able to shorten that curve. You're going to have to be smarter and work harder than anybody you know if you want to break out. Now, if you want to have a living, fine. We can show you how to have a living. Pick one, and you can have a living. But if you want to have freedom, there's a difference. There's different kinds of income. Did you know that? Different kinds of income. Income number one is you go to work, you get paid, and you don't get paid unless you go back to work, trading time for money. That's one kind of income. Well, hustle, make some dollars, and then hustle, make some dollars. There's another way where you can actually work once and get paid for a long time. Now, I'm telling you, that is the way, in my opinion, to really create a life. When people hear network marketing, a million things go through people's minds. Amway. It's not my thing. It's one of those pyramid deals. Whatever. You know what I mean? And you know why that is? I'll tell you why that is. The average person that's joined a network marketing opportunity did so with the completely wrong expectations and a totally out of control lottery mindset. It says, I hope I can get lucky. I'll tell you the moment a person joins a network marketing company, and has anybody in this room ever joined a network marketing company? Ever? Okay. Here's what I will tell you. Here's what went through your mind the moment you decided to join. I can think of 3, 4, 5, 6 other people that might do this. All right, I'm in. That was it. You were hoping to sign a few people and kick back. There's very few people. I wouldn't say there's not any, but there's very few people that said, you know what? This is a profession just like anything else. I'm going to decide to become a network marketing professional. I'm going to go pro. If there's skills to learn, I'm going to learn it. If there's other people making the money, I'm going to figure out what they did. I'm going to make the money. And those people have a life. Everybody else says, oh, that's not for me. You know what that really is? That's blaming the profession for their lack of realism when they joined a business. Guess what? Every single one of these businesses you're going to see over the course of this weekend is going to demand of you work. And somehow people think when they join network marketing, they don't have to do that. You know why I'm successful in network marketing? I earn, and I'm only saying this as a point of example, I earn over $100,000 a month. I earn over $1 million a year. I do that with 0 employees. I do that with no leases, no overhead, other than the overhead I choose for myself. I see the world, I travel on my own terms, I can live a first-class life. Okay? Now, guess how long that took me to become world-class? 7 or 8 years. That's what it took. In network marketing, here's what I would tell you. If you'll listen and if you pick a good vehicle, a good company, it'll take you about a year to become profitable. It'll take you about 3 years to be able to replace your income, whatever you got today. It'll take about 5 years for you to have the real lifestyle. There's too many people that come in, join, talk to their 5 or 6 people and say, where's my lifestyle? Where's my lifestyle? Where's my freedom? Send me my money. It's not true, never has been. So, the difference between my income and other people's income is, guess what? I get my $100,000 this month, plus. And I only have to wait another 30 days. And I'm going to get it again. And if I blow all that, I only have to wait. It takes me a little time to blow it. And then I only have to wait a couple weeks, and I'm going to get it again. That's how much do you have to have in the bank in order to be able to earn $1 million a year? About 80 million bucks in the bank to earn $1 million a year. In real estate, what do you have to have? We were talking to a real estate expert in the back. About, if you had a $30 million apartment complex, you could make about $100,000 a month if it was paid off. If it was owned free and clear. That's what I have. And you know how I built it? With work, with effort, with developing skills. There's no secrets. It's just hard work. Now, benefits of what I do versus anything else in the world. How many people in this room are small business owners? I am so sorry for you. Because it's so painful to do what you do. To take all the risk. To be there before anybody else shows up. To be there after everybody leaves. To pay everybody else first. Personal guaranteeing your whole life. And nobody cares. Getting paid less per hour than anybody that you employ. For what? For the dream of being able to turn the corner and have something. Most of you, you are the business. Very few of you have even something saleable. You're the business because you know what? You're an entrepreneur. If it is to be, it's up to me. I'm going to make it happen. Watch my smoke, right? But at the end of the year, you kind of go through this, limp through this cash flow existence. Now, I commend you because 70% of the millionaires in the United States are business owners. So you got to get to a business owner place, right? Now, 70% of bankruptcies, guess where they come from? Business owners, because they take all the risk. So I already commend you because you're trying to unplug from the matrix. I get it. I'm just telling you that there's a better way. There's a better way than traditional business ownership. Give me 5 people who started your own business before, please. Or raise your hand if you started your own business. How much did you invest to start it?
10,000.
10,000?
400.
400,000?
400.
$400? 10,000?
My first business was about $20. My last business was about 200,000.
20 and 200, okay. In the back?
Yeah, I've been all before. I started my first one for no money up front, and I spent anywhere up to $50,000.
Who spent more than $100,000 to start a business in the room? Okay, we'll see who spent more than $10,000 to start a business in the room? Okay, you kind of get an idea, right? But those business owners know this. Spending the upfront money is only the beginning. That just starts the meter on the taxi cab. And then the personal guarantees come in, and then the work comes in, and then the employees come in, and then the inventory comes in. And if the economy goes down, how many people have really enjoyed your bailout when the economy went down? Nobody? Nobody sent you a check? That's shocking. Nobody bails us out, do they? Business owners, we're on our own, people. Here's what I'm telling you. The network marketing business, not only for you, but for every person that you know, is the best business vehicle for an average person to be able to start and be able to create real wealth if you're willing to work. I'm not here pitching a product. I'm here telling you there's a better way than what you're currently bought. What you bought is what was being sold to you, but I'm telling you there's a better way. And the better way is to be able to join a network marketing company where infrastructure is taken care of for you. All the hassles are taken care of for you. All you have to do is bring your passion. Bring your leadership. Develop some skills. For $1,000 or around that on average. Sometimes less. You can join a company and start building something. And guess what? You don't have to walk away from that job that already owns you. A bunch of you love to walk away from your job. You don't have a choice. You're already personal guaranteed in. You can't walk away. This will give you an option to create a plan B for a year from now. You've got choices. Entrepreneurs in the room, my message, a couple things. Number one, get small. Every one of you in this room, get tiny. Get small. Cut your expenses and then cut them again and cut them again and cut them again. If you can't afford the house that you're in right now, get out of it. If you can't afford the car that you're in right now, get out of it. Get small, because only by being small do you have options. Do you have the ability to move? Do you have freedom? You can build big, but there's more desolation in this world today from people who are holding on to yesterday's expenses that they don't have today's income. So number one, get small. Number two, pick a network marketing vehicle. Pick something that can allow you to have a plan B. Because here's what I know about everybody in this room. You're all leaders of some sort. You wouldn't be here. Unless there's a few followers that got dragged here by a leader. Okay? Sorry. But most of you are leaders. And that's all you have to be. What I tell people every day of my life is you can do it. And I tell people every day of my life, you have it in you. And I tell people every day of my life, here's some skills that will help you develop yourself. Here's how you can transfer your belief to others. Here's how you can lift up other people. You don't have to minimize other people's opportunity in order to maximize yours. You know what most of the business opportunities in the world today have in common? They are capitalizing on other people's pain. And if that's the business you want to get in, go for it. To buy that piece of real estate that somebody had their whole life in, and you get to maximize it, their pain. and maximize your opportunity because of it. Fine. Take advantage of whatever opportunities you want to take advantage of. I'm not saying you're taking advantage of those people by doing it. Or whatever it is out there. What you'll find, the common denominator of everything you're going to hear this weekend, in my opinion, is based upon capitalizing on the moment and maximizing their pain. Profiting from their bad situation. Okay? Not all. I haven't heard any of them. I don't even know what's on the lineup. So I'm not emotionally invested in anybody's particular direction. You know what I do every day? I only get paid based upon other people's successes. So we're connected in a completely different way. So if you believe in that worldwide connection, if you believe we're all in this together, and you can reach out to somebody and show them that we have a better way, and they can have a better way, and they don't have to feel this desperate situation that they might be in right now, this is the place for you to be. I'm telling you. You know what I do for a living? I rescue people from desperate lives. That's what I do. I just find out what's going on in their life, and I show them a path where they didn't see a path before, where they can create something special for themselves. That's what excites me every day. That's why I get up every day. I got up today excited, saying, you know what? I'm not going to be connected to any of these people, really. But I know that they're all heroes in their own way because they're here on a Friday. The difference between you guys that are here today and the ones that are here tomorrow, you guys are 5 times more likely to succeed. Because tomorrow's easy. You don't have to get off work tomorrow. Today, you have to make some decisions. It's different. That's what I love about this type of a group. Now, I want to tell you a story and then I'm done. Before I tell the story, I just want to say there are a number of very solid network marketing companies that you can choose from. I'm involved in the profession, so I'm invested, obviously. Lisa and I are working together. So I believe in that, and I've been around the profession for 20 years. 20 plus years, unfortunately. But pick one. Find one that you believe in. Find one that's a member of the Direct Selling Association. Find one that has a product that you believe in. Find one that you feel like you can ride into the sunset. Don't you fall into the trap of the money games and the free money and shortcuts and all that baloney. Timing and positioning and get on the ground floor. They don't tell you about the basement. Find something you can take to the house. And then you can really, really make something special. But I was in this room 15 years ago, almost to the day. Something very interesting happened to me. But to tell you that, I have to tell you a story. Back in the 10th grade of high school, I was a terrible student, C- student. And I wasn't going to tell the story until I walked into this room this morning and I went, oh my gosh. One of those, anybody here ever been in education? Teachers? Okay. You know the invisible kids? I was an invisible kid. Totally invisible in high school. And Mr. Erickson was our social studies teacher. And one day, I came into the class one day, and he was in a really bad mood. And I normally just go sit down. People, hey, Mr. Erickson, how you doing? How you doing? He said, sit down and shut up. It was like, wait, what's your problem? Have a cup of coffee, relax. He said, I told you to sit down and shut up. I'm not kidding. Everybody sat down, we're all quiet. And we shared classes with Miss Saunders, social study classes, every other day. He walks up to the front of the room and he says, you know what's wrong with the educational system today? They shouldn't allow women in it. They don't think right. They don't teach right. They're too soft. It's a bunch of baloney, and I've had it. One of the outspoken girls in our class said, excuse me, Mr. Erickson. He says, what do you want? She said, I don't agree with what you're saying. He said, I don't care what you believe. He walked back to her, grabbed her by the arm, and he threw her out into the hall. Closed the door. We're all like, whoa. Came back in, and he looked in back and said, you think something's funny? A couple guys in the back, leather jackets. Look back, they're not laughing. He said, fine, if you think it's so funny, you're out of here. Goes back and grabs these 2 guys by the scruff of their neck and throws them into the hall, slams the door. Comes back, anybody else think something's funny? We're like, no, you know. We'll wait till after and we'll call our parents, but right now, everything's fine. So we sat there, and he said, you know what, it's not just women. It's Jews. It's Hispanics.
Oh my God.
It's African Americans. It has to stop. I've had it. And he proceeds to just go for a few more minutes, right? We're all in shock. And I'll never forget it. I was sitting to his left, and there's a guy two rows over and one seat back. He slides out of his chair, and he stands up. Didn't say a word. One of those kids that never said anything, slept through most of the classes. He stands up, and he just looks at a big guy. Just looks at him. Mr. Erickson said, what's your problem? He just stood there. Didn't say a word. Mr. Erickson, I said, what's your problem? He said, Mr. Erickson, what you're doing is wrong. He said, I don't care what you think. I'm going to grab this big guy and threw him out in the hall. Came back. Anybody else have anything they want to say? No. He went on for another 10 minutes. And we all sat there. How many agree with me? Well, we agree. You don't think this should happen, should you? No. You know what that was? It was a speech on fascism. And what happens in the face of obvious evil, when good people, a few dissenters are eliminated, good people do nothing. People don't take a stand. They sit in their chairs and they go along. So, I was furious with myself. I found out later, everybody in the room that got thrown out of the hall was a plant, and he had teachers catching them in the hall. Except for the kid who stood up. He was the only one that had stood up in 10 years of doing it. And I was like, do it one more time. Just one more time. I'll sit here, I'll pretend it didn't happen, just do it one more time. Because I wanted to be that person, right? So fast forward, I decided that day, invisible kid, that if I was presented with another opportunity where I needed to stand up for myself and for others, I was going to do it. So fast forward to this room. I'm president of global operations for a company here in the Scottsdale area. They're doing about $200 million a year in sales. And me and the CEO find out that the owners are doing some things that are illegal. And I'm making a lot of money. 30 years old, making a lot of money. And I have this dilemma. And what do I do? Do we try and be the change from the inside? Justify, rationalize, what do we do? And I remembered Mr. Erickson. I remembered that story. And we had a boardroom right back in that corner. Our board meeting with the owner and myself and the CEO. And I told him that story. And I said, you know what, this time, I'm not going to sit down. I'm going to stand up. And either it changes right now, or I'm out of here right now, this second. He said, it's my company, I'm going to do what I want. I said, okay, I'm out. And the CEO and myself walked away from seven-figure income and had nowhere to go, even. We had no plan. But I will tell you, it was a defining moment in my life. And I think sometimes in these moments, either you define the moment or the moment defines you. And if I'd have gone along, if I'd have compromised, if I'd have been weak, if I didn't stand up for myself or for others, because the people he was leading in that company, he was leading them in a direction that had no future. They went bankrupt. Being $200 million a year, they went bankrupt 3 years later. No secret. You can't build something big and be corrupt. It will find its way. So, why do I tell you that story? I tell you that story for one reason. You're here this weekend to take yourself to another level. You're here to create something special for yourself. You're here because you're not satisfied with other things around the world. You're here, I'll bet, because you want to be a contribution to others, not just a contribution to your family's income. Wouldn't it be nice if we could connect the two? That's what I do every day. That's what I have the great fortune to be able to do every day. So my wish for you, for all of you, is for you to decide to become a network marketing professional in addition to whatever else it is that you're doing. That you decide to go pro. I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it is a stone cold fact that we have a better way. All we have to do is go tell the world. Everybody, have a great evening. It was my pleasure. Appreciate you very much.